Hi everyone, in this video we will create pagination in React.js. So let's get started. So first of all, I have data in this JSON file. Okay, I have written a few records in this JSON file. So you can fetch data from database or an API. That depends on you, okay? But I have written locally in this file. So first of all, I have imported the data file, okay, using this import statement. And now I will display the data. The first thing is to display the data on the screen. So let's display the data. I will display the data in a table. So first of all, the header section, here I will have the head. The first would be ID, name, the third would be the email. So after this, let's come to the body section. Here I will map my data. To map the data, I will use map statement on the data, okay, and this data dot map d and also the index. Here we should have the table row and assign key to this index, and here I will display the data. That should be the data. And let's import the bootstrap just for a little bit design. I will assign a class name here, table, and what else we need. So now let's check how it looks like. The server is running, so let's sorry, this is d.id and also per name email. So let's check it now. We have these records, okay. So now the first thing that we should do, that create the variable the states, okay, for the current page. Okay, the first thing would be the current page, and set current page. I will use state hook is equal to use state hook. The current page is the first one with us, okay, it is the current page. Now how many records we would like to show on every page? So we will like to show the records per page is equal to, for example, 5. We would like to show 5 records on every page. And this other variable would be that const last index means that, for example, in the first page we have the records from 1 to 5. In the second page we have from 5 to 10th, okay. The 10 is the 9th is the last index for us, so we should have that one. How to fetch that? For that we will just use current page multiply by records per page. It means that, for example, we are in the second page. 2 multiplied by 5, it is equal to 10. So the last index is the 10 for the second page. And also we should have the first index for the first index is equal to the first index for the page. For example, in second page our first index would be 6, okay. So for that, what we should write? We should write last index minus records per page. The last index was 10th with us for the second page, so 10 minus 5, it means 5. The 6 will be the first index for the second page. And now we would like to fetch the records for every page, okay. We should fetch the records, 5 records for every page. So const records is equal to data dot slice. We should use the slice method, and first we will pass the first index and lastly last index. Okay, the first index and the last index data, between these two indexes data will fetch for us. Const. And now how many pages we have? So let's find it. N pages. Okay, how many pages we have is equal to math. We should use math dot ceil. So the length of the data dot length divided by records per page. Records per page. When we divide it, so it will give us the number of pages. The last thing is that to pitch the number of pages. For example, we have 5 pages, so we should have the 1 to 5 numbers. Const numbers is equal to, so there are different ways to do it. Okay, but the simple way that we would like to write that would be using array, and we will pass to it the n pages. Okay, how many pages we have? For example, 5 pages. N pages plus 1, because that start from 0 plus 1 and dot keys. It will take the keys from 1 to 5 or 6. How many keys we have? Dot slice start from 1. So it was all about the variables that we have created. So now we will use the concept here. So first of all, we will print the pagination numbers from 1 to how many we have. So we will print those numbers. So let's here. So I will use now. I will create a list and I will assign a class name, bootstrap class, to this to design it. Pagination. And here I will use the list. The first list would be, let's assign a class name to this, page item. Let's create a link. And assign this will be the previous with us. Let's assign a class name that would be page link. Okay, so whenever we click on this, where it should goes, and click, so we will call previous page. This function we will call and by clicking this. Okay, so now let's render our page numbers. Okay, so let's create li. First of all, I will create that the page numbers, this variable. Okay, numbers, just numbers dot map, and here we have the number and the index, and let's print it. So I have a list, assign a class name to this, that would be a page item, and also the key would be I, the index. And let's create a link here, and that here I will print the number, and let's assign classes here, and the class name would be page item. And also one thing else, that first on click, whenever we click on this, so we should call a function change current page. And also if the current page was equal to, here I will use the conditional statements. Here I will use conditional statement. Let's check it. 1 minute. So here I will write something like this to print the active one, to display the active one. Okay, here I will just page item, and here I will use if the current page was equal to with this number. So what it should do, it will print the class active, otherwise nothing. It will just show us the active one. Okay, and we have printed this. So now let's the next one. Let's copy this for the next, print it in the page item. Here we will print next, and here we will call next page. And also we will print the data, not all data, just we will print these records. Okay, the records that we slides records. Okay, so first of all let's check how it looks like. Pre-page is not defined, change current page, next page is not defined. Oh yeah, these are not defined, so I should first of all create the functions. Function next page, and also the previous page, previous, how was that the name of that, next page, pre-page. Okay, pre-page, and also the change current page. So change, for this we will pass the number. Okay, we will use an anonymous function. I will pass the current number that we are clicking, and that we will pass this one to that. Okay, change current page, function change current page, it will has that. So yes, we have created them. Now let's look at, see, we have these numbers, so why didn't apply it? So let's check it. Page item, page link. Okay, it is page link with us. See it, it looks like the, first of all this is the active. So now let's apply this concept here, the previous page, for previous. Okay, if the current page was not equal to with the first page. Okay, first index. So what we should do, we will assign the set current page, set current page to the current page -1, and also for the next page, if the current page was not equal to with the last index, what we should do, we will set current page to current page +1, and for this one we will just use set current page ID. So now let's check it. So first let's check second one. See, we have from 6 to 10, from 15 we have all 16 records. Okay, so now let's next we don't have any records. Let's check third one. Let's check previous. We don't have, it should not come back from the first page. So we will fix the error by just, it should be 1 if it was not equal to with 1, and also it was not equal to with n pages. Okay, the last pages. So now let's see it. Yeah, we have it now. Let's click next is not going, and also if we freeze the previous, see, it is not going back. So it was all about pagination in React.js. So if you have liked the video, please subscribe our YouTube channel for more and more informative videos. Thanks for watching.